So come to the treatment of dysphagia. What is the goal of treatment? First, to maintain adequate nutritional intake. Second is that to maximize airway protection. And third is the to treat underlying cause. Then what is the feeding strategy in the dysphagic patient? This is the very important things. So in this, never feed from above. Try to at eye level. A small amount of food at a time. Third is the ensure swallow completed before proceeding, and the place food on the stronger side of mouth. Patient remain upright for 30 minutes after meal. And when to implement enteral feeds? If patient is unsafe to take an oral diet and patient is unable to meet nutritional needs from oral diet, you implement enteral foods from various methods. You can see here nasogastric tube, and this is the PEG tube. There is a percutaneous endoscopic gastrostomy tube here for the long term use. Another also nasoduodenal tube, nasojejunal tube is available for enteral feeding in the dysphagic patient. Then come to the treatment of underlying cause. If the patient having neoplasm like oropharyngeal cancer, you go for the resection or chemotherapy or radiotherapy. Second is the Parkinson's disease and myasthenia gravis, you go for the pharmacological therapy. Third, the cricopharyngeal dysfunction, you go for surgical myotomy. And if patient having dysphagia with a stroke, head, neck trauma, surgery and degenerative neurological disorder, you go for rehabilitation therapy from various technique and facilitating oral intake. Then comes to the treatment of achalasia cardia. In this, conservative management, soft food, anticholinergic drug, calcium channel blocker having some benefit, but main treatment is the pneumatic dilatation. Second one is the botulinum toxin injection. Third is the Haller myotomy, and fourth and new one is the POEM, that is the parolar endoscopic myotomy. Second is the diffuse esophageal spasm. In this, nitrate, calcium channel blocker, sildenafil have some benefit, and the other treatment is the serial dilatation or longitudinal myotomy, and POEM is the treatment of choice. In peptic stricture, we go for soft food and proton pump inhibitor, and dilatation is the mainstay of treatment. Sarjaki ring, again same soft food and dilatation is the permanent treatment. Third is the eosinophilic esophagitis. In this, we go for elimination diet, proton pump inhibitor, topical steroids, and invasive management is the dilatation of associated rings or stricture. In infectious esophagitis, you go for antiviral or antifungal as the etiology. In scleroderma, PPI and systemic management. In Jenkins diverticulum, go for the endoscopic myotomy or diverticulectomy. Some need therapeutic endoscopy, like if you got foreign body or food obstructed the esophagus, you go for the foreign body or food bolus extraction by the endoscopy method. You see here, it is the grasper, the food bolus extracted endoscopically. Second, the dilatation is used for stricture, Schartke rings, achalasia, and any anastomocal stenosis. You go for the dilatation by the endoscopic method. See the pneumatic dilator. Second one, in the role of the endoscopy in high grade of CA esophagus, a patient non-resectable, so go for the metal stenting. You see here stenting C2 in the esophagus and food passes easily to the stomach. This is the esophageal resection. If the patient having carcinoma esophagus with 2 or 3 field lymphadenopathy, long standing eclampsia and extensive corrosive injury, may need esophageal resection for dysphagic patient. Thank you.